I have a conversation that I had with a young man last night. I want to share with my community. This young man was telling me that he would not go and work for the white man. So I asked him, I said, well, what you planning on doing? Are you going to work for yourself? Are you going to start a business for yourself? What kind of constructive thing that you're going to do for yourself going forward? He got quiet. So in this conversation, I'm not only talking to the young black females, but I'm talking to the young black males also. You got to find some type of work. Either you're going to work for somebody else or you're going to work for yourself. Don't sit around and be idle. Don't sit around and just depend on your mother and your father to support you for the rest of your life. Because when they leave here, who's going to take care of you then? For the males, are you going to find you a young lady and get her pregnant, and you can have 1, 2, 3 children, and then you're not working, and she working, she trying to work 1, 2 jobs to maintain the household, and you're not going to do anything for yourself? That don't sound right, So it's opportunities for the young generation that's coming out of high school. They got the colleges, they got training schools, they got the military service. I know people don't talk about this old phrase saying that be all you could be in the military service. Yeah, man, don't worry about that. The military service have real good teach you real good skills. I put it that way. I have 2 of my uncles that now retired from the military service. They get full benefits. They also they're good at electrical computers. They have so many skill sets. But the young generation have to find something to do for themselves. My grandson, for example, just graduated from med school. Now, he worked at the fast food restaurants. He started small, and he did them in and out jobs, but he kept on going, and kept on going. Now he's a doctor. So sit down and talk to, especially the males. Tell them that they can't be sitting around your house all day long and not planning for the future. When they graduate from high school, don't let them sit around 6 months to a year to 2 years not doing anything, being idle. Either you're going to go to school, or you're going to get out and get your own place, or you're going to the military service. You got to teach this younger generation to be independent and start things for themselves. So in this video, it's kind of hard see a disconnect between how I came up and what the young generation talking about today. When I came up, I didn't have no choice but to work. I came from a family of 11. My mom had 6 boys and 5 girls. And I thank God for my grandfather. He was a hard-working man, but he was disciplined. For the boys in the family, my grandfather would not give you anything unless you worked for it. If you wanted some money from him, you had to cut the yard. If you want some money from him, you had to cut the hedges. If you want some money, you had to do something around this house for him to give you something. But my grandmother handled the girls. She always handled the girls. Whatever the girls needed, they was in there washing clothes, they was in there ironing, they was in there doing a whole lot of positive things, you know. So what we want to do, we want to keep the young generation mindset in a positive direction. We don't want them to go to jail. We don't want them to go to prison. We don't want them on drugs. We don't want them pimping women. We don't want them doing anything, because this time is crucial and we have to be aware of that. We live in a very, very difficult state in life. But this state is temporary. Either you're going forward or you're going to stay behind. So take the time to talk to the young generation and tell them that nobody is not gonna take care of them. They're gonna have to go through this door. This door is very, very important, crucial to their life. Now I have a minister that's coming up, and I want to share. He's more eloquent than I am about talking about this topic, but I want to share the minister remark on this topic.
Tell nobody you ain't gonna work for white people, and then you sitting around with no money in your pocket, a bum. An honest day's work killed nobody. I'll dig up garbage if it's gonna feed my wife and my children. I'm not too ashamed to do any kind of honest labor to feed my family. So don't come in here with no chip on your shoulder. I ain't working for no white man. Fine. Then let me find you working for yourself. But anybody in here that ain't working is stealing. We want to know, if you ain't working, where you get your money from. Because we don't need no more crooks, no more thieves and hustlers and dope sellers and pimps and abusers of people. We had enough of that crap. We don't need that in here.
So when you have time, please like and subscribe. And I thank you very much for taking time to listen. Thank you very much. Please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.